Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Kissed by Starlight. Thank you so much for being here. I wanted to bring through some messages from the dragons. Um, they've just been so present at the moment, and it felt important to give them a voice to see what it is that they'd like to be telling us. And already we've got Rose and we've got Surrender, letting go of the darkness, and this beautiful elemental being with her dragon wrapped around her crown here is really a message of encouragement straight away to just let go. We're just being asked to let go, aren't we, of all the stuff, all the stuff we're holding and carrying, all the things that have been holding us back, all the ways that we've been hurting ourselves, perhaps not looking after ourselves, perhaps being out of balance in some way, and all of this stuff that weighs us down, whether it's the thoughts, whether it's the patterns, whether it's the situations we're in, maybe it's the way we're dealing with the situations. There's this feeling of being out of balance, out of joy, and in sadness. And when we're in sadness, we're not seeing the beautiful messages and signs and synchronicities and the gifts that are being brought to us in all of these situations. And I think sometimes we can get so immersed in the situation that we actually fail to see the gift and the opportunity that's being offered in every situation we're in, to surrender, to let go, to try another way, to do something different if the thing we're doing isn't working, if it's no longer working for us, to really allow ourselves to choose another way, whatever that means. That may mean another way of handling it. It may mean trying a new thing altogether. And we've got resilience and finding our limits. So along with shifting our energy and going for clarity. So I think this is showing us that we've been tested, in our situations, we've been tested to really find out, to ask ourselves, where is the limit? How much are we prepared to put up with? How far are we prepared to let things go before we actually deal with the situation we're in a different way, in a new way, in a way that allows us to break free and come into freedom. Our soul wants to be free, it chooses to be free. The rose is very much a message of the divine feminine, being open to receive, opening our petals to the sunlight, receiving the sunlight and blooming. That the rose isn't sitting there thinking about how long it's going to bloom for, or whether something's going to come along and chop it down. It's just thinking about blooming. And that was very similar to something I read some time ago, and it really struck home for me that when flowers open their petals and they really blossom to the light, they're so vulnerable, and yet they're so beautiful, and we want to protect them, we want to look after them and watch their beauty unfold, and allow them their day, their day to shine. And so too the dragons want you to have your day to shine. They're here with a message of encouragement to open yourself, to let go of whatever it is that you're ready to let go of, and to transition, to use this time to move into a new way of being. There's been sadness, there's been situations where we've that we may have been asked to let go of entirely, but there is also a new way. There is a new way. We're being lifted out of this now, and this is an opportunity for us to really let go of any gremlins, any thoughts that are not serving us, any ways of handling things that are not bringing us into our highest joy, any people, places, things that are not bringing us peace. This is a time for reflection. This is a time to go within. And I know we always say it, we always say go within, but it's an opportunity to pause and come back to the heart and say, right, where have I been sort of quietening myself or quieting my voice? Where have I been just trying to fit in or blend into a circumstance? Where have I perhaps hidden my truth or my authenticity, and where am I now being asked to come out of that and let go of whatever needs to let go of, just like these autumn, these leaves in autumn where the tree sheds the leaves. It has to shed the leaves for the new growth to come. So too, we have to go into our little cave or our moment of stillness, our pause moment. That's what the Hanged Man card is all about. It's about a sacred pause, a moment in time that's filled with possibility as we see something from a new perspective, as we begin to find a new way of doing something. When we see it upside down, we literally look at it in a new way, and then we can shift the energy. Then we can remove ourselves, remove any blindfolds that we've had on, any ways that we've been sort of masking ourselves from seeing a situation, and we can come into the magic of who we are and the magic of how to deal with this situation, because the answers will come, the answers are there. And I'm seeing very clear, clarity coming from this quiet pause, and a lightness, a freedom, a peace, and an ability to move into a new way of doing something, or a new situation, or a new thing replaces it entirely. It can be any or all of those things depending on what your situation is, and always trust your own intuition to what your situation is telling you to do and asking of you. But here now, we're given an opportunity to reflect, to go back in time, to learn something, remember something. Maybe it's simply just to remember who you are and how you can now shine. The dragons are clearing away any fog, any lack of clarity. They're replacing it with remembrance, beautiful star codes and wisdom, and truths that we may have forgotten, ways of being that maybe we've let go of or let go by the wayside. And as we've been, in these situations, perhaps we've been fighting for peace or fighting for something, and now we're weary and tired and we just need a break. We just need to release ourselves from something and allow the new to come in. But you have everything you need in this situation, and you will be given everything you need if you can go within, open up to the wisdom, the clarity. Remember to have gratitude for the situation. Remember to have gratitude for whatever answers come to you, and however you're guided to move forwards as you do move forwards and begin a new situation. So let's see if there's anything else that would like to come. Oh, beautiful. Trust, and allow yourself to take the next steps. Trust that you will know what to do. Trust you'll be guided. Trust your guidance will help you, and you can let go now of anything holding you back and move into your next great adventure. It may be for you, or that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, whatever it is for you. Just, it's time to just take a pause and let that happen. And I am wishing you so much love for the situation, blessings, peace, clarity, whatever it is you need. Thank you so much for being here, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next reading.